Welcome back to part 2 of me playing the BPA Invitational, and just before we get into the match against my coach in the Consolation, look at these nice drone shots of the tournament this person got. Thanks to Paul from the club for getting these sick videos to put in my video, because look at this, these top-down drone footage with high quality is quality. The club's really looking good. But here we go. Here is the Consolation match in the BPA Invitational. After losing to George Weller and Ben Cowell, I now play my coach, Robbie, and his partner Bea. And while this match was going on, Louis Harris and his partner were playing like Rafa Vega on court 1. So no one decided to come over to court 4 and watch our match, even though this was the better one, I would say. Like the better quality, but no one decided not to do that. So we're getting into it right now. Lovely little Chiquita from Simo. And one thing you'll notice right at the start of this is they have the lefty and righty combination, so they have both forehands down the middle. The ultimate scary thing in paddle, you know, whatever. So that was something that we had to keep in mind. Little let cord there. And one thing to say was my lobs at the start of this match were all drifting out. Right, there was a bit of breeze, right? But I decided to keep going for the lob in the first game, which was a little bit of a tactical error, I think, because it was a bit windy. And down one end especially, lobs just weren't going in. I was tapping the ball. But a lovely backhand volley for me there. Obviously, you know that's my trademark, getting the point. And Robbie has a lovely return there, lovely one to get into the net, and I put one down to the feet. And I thought that backhand volley was going to be enough to pop the ball up, but no, they're still on the offence. And I somehow managed to scramble that ball back and get the error. So I go for a big smash here. One thing I am trying to build into my game, if any short ball comes my side, smash down the line is something I'm trying to get and build into my game. Although, like I said, the lobs, oh, look at that for me there. I absolutely scrambled to get back. But Robbie just places a volley into the corner. Oh my God, imagine if I popped that ball out from the net. That would have been incredible. But yeah, we were just feeding them kind of smashes in this game. It was a little bit frustrating. 2 short lobs, and then, you know, it just wasn't another short lob here. That wasn't too bad, to be fair, but the lobs just weren't really happening for us at the start of this match. That's what happens when you're outdoors, bit of wind, bit of sun, like just the elements can throw your lob off a little bit out of the other shots. A nice backhand volley there for me there to stay on the point. And I go on the attack with my volley there and draw the error. So the backhand volley was doing damage, as it always does. You know, it's the trademark. It always does damage whoever I play. I can rely on that shot the most out of anything. And unlucky from Simo there to not retrieve that one. Also, lobbing this pair was quite difficult because they were both quite tall. So yeah, Simo goes for another lob there, and we both look at each other like, why are our lobs not going in? What's happening? Maybe we should just stop. But a lovely volley there to the cage. And then I keep the net position, then I miss a backhand volley. Like, whenever I miss that, I'm a bit annoyed. But it's fine. We're doing all right. Simo goes for a lovely fake smash. I think that's one of his, like, trademark shots. He just disguises that so well. Almost catches him out every time. Then he goes for a big one. It's good to vary your pace, your smash up. This guy does it well. Every so often, throw the big one in, and then throw the fake smash in as well. So your opponents are like, well, what's he going to do when the ball goes up? Very good weapons to have in your arsenal in a paddle scenario. Lovely one there to the feet from Simo, and I should be at the net here. I don't know why I dropped back. I eventually play a decent lob that actually drops in, get to the net, and now we can attack. I stick a backhand volley there, just trying to stay in this one, trying not to make an error. Go for a Vibra, and Simo comes across and poaches that. That's a great point from us. We played well in that point. That was really good. And then again, like, it was a decent lob there, but Simo just can't get it over Robbie because he's that tall. You know, that's just an advantage of being tall, I guess. I think a key tactical kind of error we made in this match was our returns just weren't good enough. Like, a lot of returns just sat up and were like at a decent height for them to attack, and our lobs just weren't really happening on the return. So that was one area where we were kind of weaker. That's a lovely volley cross court from Simo. Robbie does well to recover, somehow get a lob, and then somehow sticks that. Oh, he almost made that half volley. That would have been an absolute joke. And also, we were getting beat down the middle a lot. I did a nice spin off the glass there, but couldn't recover the next one. We were getting beat down the middle a little bit. There was a little gap there. We both didn't know who to really... We haven't played together that much, me and Simo, and we both don't really know who to take that middle ball. That's a lovely drop volley. Because obviously, I like my backhand volley down the middle, and he, obviously, the forehand volley should usually take it. So we were just a little bit of miscommunication when some shots went down the middle. But that's going to get better when we play more together, obviously. Robbie goes for a huge Bahada. Oh my God, thank God that missed. Then a lovely smash there. His smash is very, very good, very solid. And then slaps one away. Again, the return was just not good enough there. You know, at this level, the return's got to be better than just a sit-up floaty. Oh, that's a lovely recovery for me there. I don't really know how I got that, but it was just out. So I was being very honest there. And again, a lob off the return just goes out. Yeah, the return wasn't our strongest there. Lovely shot there down the middle. That was a lovely one to split us there. But like I said, we played well in this. And again, we get beat down the middle again. I should be covering a little bit of the middle more. You know, it's just small things like that make a difference. But listen, we played really well in this tournament overall, I think. To come into this level, I stuck that backhand volley, by the way, I made that. That's an incredible shot. You know, we played really well for never competing at this level before. We really held our own, like we're winning in points here, we're attacking. Lovely Bandeka from Simo, and this is just a great point. We do lose it, but you know, just quality like that is really showing that we can play at this kind of level, or me anyway, and we can hang with these people, and we can get games, and we can, you know, win sets. Great volley from Robbie there. That's so good. Wow, that's tennis for you. I also think that the conditions were a little bit hard. Simo was struggling a little bit with the sun because he obviously wears glasses. He doesn't wear contact lenses like me. So sometimes the sweat just kind of fogs up the glasses. You know, the vision's quite difficult sometimes. He does manage to put that one away. No doubt in my mind that wasn't getting popped out. Yeah, so the conditions weren't ideal. Obviously, he's very used to playing indoors, and so am I, to be honest. I play mostly indoors now, and that's a bad miss. Again, the lobs just weren't really happening, and the returns, we were just getting beaten by the serve too much. I think that was a big difference in this match. But again, lovely volley there. Great transition from Robbie to get to the net, and I stick one down the middle. See, the trademark never fails. The trademark never fails. Put it to my backhand volley at your peril. Yeah? That's what I'll say. Oh, and this point's great. Simo right to the net. I should be a little bit more forward there because I'm now defending. But I managed to stick that forehand, and Robbie manages to recover somehow. I throw a lob up, but the lob just wasn't high enough, wasn't good enough, and we get punished. But that was a nice point again. And what's about to happen now is I'm about to get absolutely bulleted with this forehand. Oh my God, that had so much pace on it, guys. Like, I don't know if you can see in the video, but that came at some pace. And I should have actually left it maybe, because I think it was going out. But I decided to hit the ball anyway. Great smash from Simo. And one thing in this match also that we struggled with was because I'm playing these players that I haven't really played against, the level was so good. I started like playing shots that I just should have left. Because in my mind I was thinking as the ball was coming, oh, they're really good. It's probably going to drop in. But I should have just left some of these shots. Like that one right there. Should have just left it. And Simo's like, oh my God, why didn't you leave it? I was like, yeah, I don't know what's going on. I felt like I had to hit every single ball for some reason. So yeah, that was another interesting thing from this match. Something I need to take away and learn from is, you know, these guys miss as well. So just leave the ball if it's going out. Use your judgment. Simo goes for a little tasty behind the back. Doesn't quite pull it off. If the normal lobs aren't working, that's definitely not going to work, you know. Lovely angle volley. And just these guys are very good at volleying, I thought. So they're very good at the net, and they just seem to get balls back, even if we put them right to the feet. That was quite interesting from them. Lovely little fake smash again from Simo, and I think this one doesn't draw the error because Robbie recovers, but Simo recovers himself, and we just put a lob too high. Anything short like that, it got punished, guys. It was kind of brutal. Like the return again, like the return and the short lobs were losing us points. Lovely serve there from Simo though, and yeah, I was just trying to attack with my backhand volley down the middle as much as possible. And we're just trying to keep the net here. And Simo's just got a lovely technique on that Bandeka and Vibra. And he goes for the big one. It wasn't quite big enough though. And Robbie actually just drops shots at me with the volley on the spin. And then just does me with the forehand. Like, that's hard to play against, guys. That is difficult to play against. And quick little note, if you got to this far of the video and haven't subscribed and liked the video, then you should do both of those things, because this series, Road to GB Top 100, is going to be really fun. And I'm going to take you along the whole process. So you need to be following. And also I've got a couple LTA tournaments coming up. So I'm really excited for that. I've got one tournament every weekend in September, so I'm going to be making videos. Oh, this point was incredible. I managed to recover the shot off the cage, and the spin on that volley was a joke. Oh my God, that was incredible. But yeah, like I was saying, oh, Simo goes for a lovely drop volley. Sorry, I need to talk over these points. Oh wow, that was good. But yeah, I've got a couple LTA tournaments coming up, which I will be filming. So make sure to stay tuned and subscribe for those videos to come out, because those videos are obviously very important in the series, because we can get ranking points and we can move up the GB ranks to achieve my goal of top 100. So make sure to stay tuned for those videos. And yeah, that's a great volley from Robbie. Sometimes, like, he just pushed to the net so close, and because he's so tall, like, it's hard to lob, and our lobs weren't working anyway. So anything short, he's right at the top of the net, like there. I do smack one at him there, but he just kind of puts the ball away. So it was good thinking from them, good tactics. Oh, and I played a hot dog down the fucking middle. Did you see that? And I almost beat Robbie on the cage. Oh my goodness, that would have been absolutely unbelievable. But I couldn't manage to finish it. Oh, that's heartbreaking. What a hot dog that was. Got to get one hot dog in a match. You know, that's kind of my rule. You know, it has to be done. That was an incredible shot. I think we are quite down in the scoreboard right now, so I was just going for fun shots, you know, because I think me and Simo were both like, our heads had dropped a little bit, but we're still very much enjoying the day, very much enjoying the experience. Obviously, playing in this tournament was an honour. You know, it was great to play in, and it's one tournament I'll remember for the rest of my paddle career, for sure. And I think Simo will as well. So it's good sharing the experience with this guy. Simo, obviously, you're a G. Next time we'll have them, yeah? Next time we'll have them both. We'll come back stronger. And look, I'm just scrambling trying to get the ball back here. And let's see if this lob goes in. Oh, it does drop in. The first lob that dropped in, and he absolutely gets pummeled by a Bahada. That Bahada was so pacey. Like, oh, it was such a joke how pacey that was. That might have been the fastest Bahada I've ever seen. And then Robbie drop shots me and then beats me down the line. And I think we're getting near the end of this match right now. I think it might be match point, or this is the game, last game of the match. But yeah, really fun match. Shout out to Robbie and Bayer, you played well. And yeah, shout out to me and Simo for holding our own in both of these matches, on both of these parts of this video. And yeah, we're going to come back stronger. We're going to go back to training, and I am anyway. And I'm going to see if I can improve the areas of my game which need improving, like that one, the big smash. Not quite big enough. Should I have gone for it there? Just draws them in to finish the point, and then I get beat down the line to finish. But yeah, shout out to Robbie and Bear, well played, and I'll see you in the next video, guys.